Hey Flosstube, it's Angie and welcome back to my Flosstube channel. This one is going to be a quick video. I waited so long last week to post my video that you already saw most of the progress I did. I worked on 2 other things since the last video, but I do have my February stats if anybody's interested, and a couple new patterns that I picked up that I mentioned. So I'm gonna go ahead and I will start really quick with the 2 patterns I picked up. Let me just pull them up here so you can see. I don't actually have portable pictures. So first one is called Mr. Finnegan. Isn't he cute? These are small. They're ornament size, I believe. The dimensions are pretty small. And this is from Autumn Lane Stitchery on Etsy. These are the same people that created Dark Queen of the Sea. So Mr. Finnegan, I picked him up, and then they have kind of a series going. So I've noticed they have a Christmas one and I think a pumpkin stack. So I'm gonna slowly, I think, collect these because I think they're great. This one's called Know Me Homie. Isn't he cute? So each of these patterns, they're digital. I have not checked to see if they work in Pattern Keeper, but I also have Zoto on my Kindle, and that's what I use for everything that does not fit in Pattern Keeper. So for my Mirabilias, for example, I will photocopy and then save them as a PDF on my computer, email them to myself, pull them up on here through email, and then I mark them off. It's not as awesome as Pattern Keeper because it doesn't highlight each of the things, obviously, but that way I don't have to have paper copies lying around or anything. And then once I finish the pattern, if it's not one that's in Pattern Keeper, then I just delete it. So anyway, yeah, Know Me Homie, he's cute. So those are the 2 patterns that I picked up, and I'm excited to start them. I'm hoping to make a trip to my local needle workshop to maybe look for some special fabric, or I'll cut some off that big old yard of fabric that I have and dye it myself. I just don't have a lot of dye, so I don't know. All right, let me really quickly show you my progress. So for semi-sane stitchers, I am using Map of Middle Earth for my focus piece for the whole year, because there's I want to say, I think I counted them up, it's like 26 pages, but not all of them are full pages. Some of them are just partial, like 3 or 4 squares in of a 10 square block. So they're not all full, but I know that there's no way that this is getting done this year unless I use it as a focus piece, and even then I don't even know. Let me check really quick, because I'm curious how many stitches are in Map of Middle Earth. You'd think I'd have all of this planned out ahead of time, right? No, of course not. So there's 187,000 stitches in Middle Earth, and I've done about 20,000. So I think I'm averaging roughly 3,000 a month-ish. No, maybe a little bit more. I'm hoping that I'll be able to focus more on this. I really love the piece, but I put in 1,000 stitches yesterday on, same problem, on Map of Middle Earth. And like I said last week, I don't want to move the Q-snap a lot, because I've noticed with some of my others where I move it frequently, it's wearing on the fabric. And I have some white felt I need to go get and try using that in between the snap and the fabric. White felt or a gripper or something to keep it from contacting the fabric, because I don't want to ruin any of my fabric. But because of that, I'm going to try to kind of fill in all of this area, and then before I move it again and move on. So I added a bunch here, and then obviously I've been just kind of going down. I've been undoing these and then finishing off each of the threads throughout here so that it's not parked anymore. I don't know what I'm doing. I like parking. I'm just kind of changing what I like to do with it. I'm just stitching what I feel. So anyway, this is what I did yesterday. And then where did I put it? I put it away because I not expecting to actually finish the part, but I totally did. So Dark Queen of the Sea Part 7 was released yesterday. I used that for today. Part of Homework in Magical Stitches was stitch on something you could wear as a costume. And since we're not sure if she's a mermaid or what, she's a sea creature of sorts, you could use her as a costume, and I just enjoyed stitching it so much that I didn't stop and I finished it. So Part 7 is now finished on Dark Queen, and it's looking really pretty. I'm not sure how I feel about these. I imagine these are supposed to be kind of a frame, and maybe there's some at the bottom when that gets released. They don't feel to me like they fit because of all the yellow. I don't know. We'll see. I'm not gonna hate on it until I've seen the whole thing. But we had the option of either doing the crown using just the yellow or making it sparkly. So we've got the gold and silver in here. You can't see the silver. There's only 5 stitches of silver in the crown, but you know me, I want the sparkle. So we've got the sparkly crown. I'm not sure if these are supposed to be just coral behind her, or if you can see they're kind of coming out of her hair, so I'm not sure if they're supposed to be horns, considering she's got similar things growing out of her skin. And I'm gonna be honest, they remind me of reindeer horns. So I'm looking at her going, is she a reindeer sea witch? Anyway, so she's finished for this month, and it's kind of sad because that means I can't stitch on her again until April, which is kind of a bummer because I enjoy stitching on her. But now I'm not only on top of it, I'm kind of ahead of the game, I guess, because she's done for the month. So I've just put her away, and I pulled out Magic Study. I was going to work a little bit on Magic Study today and tomorrow, and then my other prompt for Magical Stitches is to work on something that's going to be a gift for family. So I'm probably going to pull out Garden Prelude. So we shall see. Either that or I'll just stitch on whatever I feel like. I don't know. But I just figured if anybody's interested, I'll go ahead and do my stats for the month of February. I've got my little tracker. So, and of course, me being me, trying to be organized, I end up being unorganized. Okay, so for Giant Harry Potter, I stitched on that twice this month. I stitched on Middle Earth 6 times in February. I stitched on Magic Study 4 times, Avatar 3 times, Dark Queen twice, Northern Nights, I stitched on that twice. Pavan I stitched on 9 times, so that was a lot. 11Z's once, and Sasquatch twice. For Dark Queen for the month of February, so that's a total of 9 projects that I did in February. Dark Queen got 1,888 stitches. Northern Nights got 1,344. Magic Study got 1,803. Middle Earth got 5,053 stitches. I think that was my most, yep, that was my highest one. Avatar got 1,635. Giant Harry Potter got 2,500. Pavan got 3,500. 11Z's got 621, and Sasquatch got 1,603, bringing my February total of stitches to 20,007. I don't remember what my January total was. I believe it was a little bit more than that, but that's still a lot of stitches that I did. That's insane. Sorry, I had to pause. Kids, I just sent them all to bed. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. There's not, I mean, I'm doing a lot of stitching. I just didn't do a lot between the last video and this one. I still want to try to focus more on getting my videos out at the beginning of the week. I usually do all my tallies on Sunday and update everything, and so if I video on Monday, film on Mondays, it's just easier. But anyway, we had kind of an ice storm over the last 2 weeks where it got really, really icy, and we looked out in our yard and discovered that our shed is damaged. And when we took a closer look, it looks like a branch fell off one of the trees, a big thick branch, and it must have fallen on the roof. And where the roof meets like this, one end is cracked and damaged. And we went inside, and thankfully it's not leaking, because that would be really bad. All my power tools are in there. But I don't know when it happened. I know it was sometime this winter, because it wasn't like that before. And then we've just been getting a lot of rain. So my whole yard is like a swamp. And 2 of my 4 kids will be starting up doing a hybrid of school in the next couple of weeks. My oldest is in some specialty programs, so he's just going to continue virtual. And one of my other kids has requested to continue virtual. The other 2 will be going in person because they need the in-person. They just need to, but they'll only be going twice a week. So that's going to be starting up here soon, but I will still have plenty of stitchy time because I still have to sit and monitor 1 child. And that's kind of it. I don't have a whole lot, so this is a super short video, but I hope we'll see what happens. Hopefully I'll get some stitching done on some of these new patterns that I bought. I don't know. We'll see. All right, well, that's it for today. So I will let y'all go, and thanks for watching, and hopefully my next video will be a little bit longer. Talk to you later.